Edgar Soto's exhibition makes us reflect on home and the concept of home. And if you're, you know, if you're coming from another city or another country, what is it like to establish roots here? And I think about that with myself. And number one, I am Chinese. And what was it like for me growing up in New Jersey with Chinese parents who spoke to me in Chinese, but I would speak back in English? People thought that was really weird that I can understand but not speak. I actually think that's common. Or I should be hypnotized and maybe I'll be able to speak fluently. But a lot of it, I think, is wanting to assimilate and wanting to be like everyone else. In New Jersey, I was one of 5 Asians in my high school of 600 kids. And wanting to be like other people. So I grappled a lot with my own identity as a Chinese person. And even here in Cleveland, and I think even in the arts field or in the field of, you know, nonprofit management and executives, I will often be the only Chinese person in the room, Asian person even in the room. That's really hard. And you know, so part of it is I feel I have to represent, you know, my background here in Cleveland so that I can serve as a role model to my girls, you know, who are now 12 and 14, that I can be a role model to them. Number one, that I have this full-time job, which is highly demanding and that I devote a lot of myself to. Number two, that I am Chinese, and if you come here, my daughters will come with me to art openings, and they'll see I'm, you know, one of a few people that are of Asian descent. But then also, in terms of my identity here, and what can I show my girls so that they can be the best version of themselves. I am a single mother, and I have a hard time with that. It is not easy to have a job like this and to give myself fully and to try to give myself fully to the girls. When I have a long day, I come home, oh my God, I have to make dinner. I want to make sure they're doing their homework, but there isn't another person at the house who's kind of helping to create a balance. Like, that is all on me. And I think that's one thing people don't understand is really hard about being a single parent, in terms of creating that kind of a balance for the home. So I do the best I can. We all sit down together and have dinner. I did that growing up. I can't imagine it being any other way. And I love to cook dinner. I love to make healthy foods for them. And, you know, so when I'm home, I want to be present with them. I guess I can share with you, when I was married, that was really hard for me to witness my husband not being fully present because he was consumed by his job, rightly so. But I want to be more present for my girls. I want to know what's going on with them. And I want to be able to, you know, show them what it's like to be in a loving household. I grew up in a, you know, I mentioned in a Chinese household where showing love and emotion wasn't really part of, you know, the family. But I want to have that lovingness in my house. And so I work really hard on doing that. And I think that is, you know, really important to be there for my girls.
Trying to forget the past, I can't sleep with no one else. Where's the one I used to hold?